Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, this is part 7 of the chapter Heron's formula. In this part 7, we will do the summary of concepts that what we have learned in this chapter, and later we will go for solving MCQ questions, multiple choice based questions from the exemplar problems book of NCERT. Okay, coming to the main concepts what we have run. Main concepts and results. First one regarding rectangle. Area of a rectangle is calculated with the help of formula length into breadth. Perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times of length plus breadth. And another important concept is diagonal of a rectangle. Here in a rectangle, if you know length and breadth, you can go for finding length of the diagonal. Since diagonal divides a rectangle into two right triangles, we use Pythagoras theorem to find the length of diagonal. It acts as a hypotenuse. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, diagonal length will be square root of L square plus B square. Okay, we can find using Pythagoras theorem. Similarly, in the case of a square, area of a square is side square. Perimeter of a square is 4 times side, and diagonal of it is found using same Pythagoras theorem, because diagonal of a square divides square into two right triangles, that two isosceles right triangles. Thus area of it is, its diagonal is side square plus side square under root. So that's how it comes 2 times of s square, which can be written as root 2 into root s square. Root s square can be written as root and s square will go off, only s comes. So root 2 times of s or s into root 2, both are same. Okay, both are correct. Now moving on to the another important topic, triangle with the base B and altitude h. Triangle with the base B and altitude h, for it we can find area, where area of it is half into base into height. Here in this triangle, base is considered this whole length. If I say here length of side BC is considered as base, and altitude dropped from the vertex A to the side BC, this is called height, corresponding height of the base. So area of a triangle with the base B and height h or altitude h will be half into b into h. Now area of a scalene triangle, where here triangle ABC, in this triangle ABC sides are A, B, C. Here length of sides, A units, B units and C units. Generally it is considered the side opposite to vertex A is considered as A units, that is the side BC's length is considered as A units, and side AC length is considered as B units, that is vertex B will give its opposite side AC as B units, and obviously the side opposite to vertex C is AB side. It is considered as C units from here to here. So, we find semi perimeter, that is half of the perimeter, and use the Heron's formula to find the area of that scalene triangle. You know, Heron's formula is root under S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. It is the product of four numbers, one S, another S minus A, third S minus B, fourth S minus C. Now, moving on to the another important topic, area of an isosceles triangle. When you know isosceles triangle, with the base A, equal sides B, means, let me show you here, in this isosceles triangle, these two sides are equal. So, they are treated as B units, and base is A, it is treated as A units. So, in this isosceles triangle PQR, where the equal sides being B units and base being A units, we can find area by finding its altitude. You know, you found its altitude with the help of the Pythagoras theorem. You know, we can find its height, and its height gives you root 4b square minus a square by 2. How it comes? Let me explain you. Here in triangle PQR, after constructing this PM, let's say M is the midpoint of QR. Now, if M is midpoint of QR, PM, that is altitude dropped from the common vertex of equal sides, not only acts as the altitude, it also acts as the median. That means it divides opposite side into two equal halves. That means M becomes the midpoint of QR. Here PMR, in this right triangle, B is the PR length and MR length is half of A units, because M being midpoint, QR length is A, means MR length will become A by 2. Now, using this triangle, right triangle PMR, we can find, using Pythagoras theorem, B square minus A by 2 whole square will give the length of this height h. So, root under B square minus A by 2 whole square is nothing but A square by 2 square is 4. Now, taking LCM, it gives you root under 4 times of B square minus A square whole upon 4. This can be further separately written to the numerator, 4b square minus a square by root 4. This root 4 gives you 2. That's how we got height of this isosceles triangle being root under 4b square minus a square by 2. If once you know the height, we can find area of this triangle PQR. Okay, area of triangle PQR. Let me wipe out unnecessary things. Okay. Now, area of an isosceles triangle is half into base is A into height is root 4b square minus a square by 2. So 1 into a gives a. This denominator is 2 into 2 gives 4. So a by 4 into root under 4b square minus a square will come as the area of an isosceles triangle. Now moving on to the area of an equilateral triangle, very important formula children. You have to remember this by hearting or having logic how to find of it. Area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. How this comes, I have already discussed with you in the beginning of this chapter. So let's say this is an equilateral triangle. In this equilateral triangle, each side of it a units, and you have dropped an altitude. The moment you drop an altitude, same way it works as a not only altitude, it also works as a median. That means the side is divided into two halves. That means here this length is a by 2 units. Now in this right triangle, let me name it A, B, C, and D is the midpoint of BC. So in this right triangle ADC, hypotenuse is a units, base is a by 2 units. How can you find this height, the other side? By Pythagoras theorem. So AD is equals to root under AC square, that is hypotenuse square, minus DC square. You know AC is a square, AC square is a square, DC square is a by 2 whole square, which means a square minus a square by 4 LCM we will take. So after taking LCM, it becomes root under 4a square minus a square by 4. So root under 4a square minus a square, 4a square minus a square is root 3a square by root 4. Root 4 is 2 and root 3a square is root 3 into root a square. Root a square gives you a. So this is how we got height h. The moment you got height h, we can substitute the height h in finding area of this equilateral triangle. So here in the equilateral triangle, half base A into height root 3 by 2a. So a into a square, 1 into root 3 is root 3, and this denominator is 2 into 2 gives you upon 4. So that's how root 3 by 4 a square will be the area of an equilateral triangle. Okay. Now moving on to the next important concepts. Parallelogram with the base B and height h or altitude h. Here in this parallelogram, we have got base being here and altitude being drawn here. Now we can find the area of this parallelogram as B into h. You can do this practically also. How you can do it practically? You cut along this altitude. You bring that piece here and join here. It gives you one sort of a rectangle with the breadth h, length b. So it becomes the area of a rectangle being area of this parallelogram. That's how B into H will come as the area of parallelogram when we know base and its altitude. Next, moving on to the rhombus. Rhombus with diagonals D1 and D2, we can find area as half D1 into D2. Reason is very simple. When you draw diagonals, we will have both diagonals bisecting each other at right angle. Suppose if I say this rhombus has A, B, C, D and they are bisecting at O, that means we will have A, O, D being right angled triangle where AO is half of the diagonal, one of the diagonal, OD is half of the another diagonal. Now we know that area of this one triangle AOD is half into base D2 by 2 into height D1 by 2, which means it gives you D1 into D2 by 8, but this is for one right triangle, area of triangle AOD. But if I want to find area for rhombus, 4 times of it I have to take. Why? Because there are 4 pieces, all pieces are of same area. So 4 times of this area of AOD will be 4 into D1 by D2 by 8. So that 4 cancels with this 8 for 2 times. That's how it gives you half D1 into D2. Okay. Now if I want to find out by Pythagoras theorem the hypotenuse AD, then I have to square D1 by D2 add to the square of D2 by 2. So square root of D1 square by 4 plus D2 square by 4, LCM is D1 square plus D2 square whole upon 4 can be taken as root 4. So root 4 becomes by 2. So each side of the rhombus is root D1 square and D2 square by 2. Now if this is the side, what is its perimeter? 4 times of the perimeter. Why? Because AD plus AB plus BC plus CD, all 4 sides are equal. So 4S is perimeter. 4 times of this root under D1 square plus D2 square by 2. This 2 cancels with the 4 and gives you twice. So 2 times of root under D1 plus D1 square plus D2 square is perimeter of rhombus. These are the things what we have learnt. Now moving on to the another important topic, trapezium. Trapezium with parallel sides A and B and distance between the 2 parallels being H. Here is the figure, parallel sides being A and B and distance between those 2 parallels being H, which we call it as perpendicular distance. So when we know this, its area is half of the product of height and the sum of the parallel sides. Sum of the parallel sides is A plus B and height is H. The product of the sum of the parallel sides and the distance between them, half of it, we get area. Okay. Now Moving on to the another important topic, regular hexagon. Regular hexagon is nothing but this figure. In this regular hexagon, as I have already explained to you, there are 6 equilateral triangles. You know, in these equilateral triangles, how we got means whatever may be the side of hexagon, the same will be here. So, twice of the side will be the diagonal length, and that is how here we get A, and A, here A. So, in this equilateral triangle, area we can find by using earlier learnt root 3 by 4 a square as the area, and 6 times of that will give you area of that regular hexagon of side A. Okay. So, you know, after cancellation it becomes 3 by 2 times of root 3a. So, with this I have completed all the important shapes and their areas that we have learnt in this chapter. Now, we will go for solving 1 or 2 questions of the exemplar problems, questions of the type MCQ. First, multiple choice questions. In that one sample question I am giving, the base of a right triangle is 8 centimeter. We have got here 8 centimeter being the base of a right triangle and its hypotenuse being 10 centimeter. Find its area. If you want to find out area, you should know the other length. Here other length we can find by using Pythagoras theorem. So, hypotenuse square minus the other side square, which means root under 10 square minus 8 square, which implies root under 100 minus 64 implies root under 36, it implies 6. So, the other side is 6 centimeter. The moment you found the other side length, area is half into base into the height. Here product of perpendicular legs, you know, will give double of the area, or half of the product of the perpendicular legs gives you area of a right angle triangle. So, it is 4 6 are 24 centimeter square. Therefore, A is the right answer. Okay, this is how we solve. Moving on to the question number 1 here. In an isosceles right triangle, isosceles right triangle. What is the specialty of isosceles right triangle? In an isosceles right triangle, perpendicular legs are of equal length and there will be right angle between them. Has area 8 centimeter. That means, let us say it is equal sides are in that isosceles right triangle A. Therefore, its area is A into A equals to 8 centimeter square what they gave. So, A square equals to 8 into 2, A square equals to 16. Therefore, A equals to 4 centimeter. If A is 4 centimeter, its hypotenuse is root under A square plus A square, which implies root under 2A square, which implies root 2 into A. That means 4 root 2 centimeter is the hypotenuse length. They are asking us to find the hypotenuse length, but here 4 root 2 is not there. How to find out? Very simple. Send 4 inside. If 4 comes inside, it becomes 16. So, 16 into 2 is root 32. So, root 32 centimeter is the right answer here. A is the right answer. Okay. Now, moving on to the question number 2. In question number 2, the perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 60. Perimeter means 3 times A is 60 centimeter. It implies A equals to 20 centimeter. Find the area. Area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 A square, which implies root 3 by 4 20 whole square. You know, root 3 by 4 20 into 20, this 4 cancels with the 20 for 5 times, 520 is 100 root 3 centimeter square. So D is the right answer. Okay, so this is how we find. I'll solve one more question. There are 9 questions. You need to solve them. Rest of the questions, I'll solve third question. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th of this MCQ you will be solving on your own. I have already attached the entire book of exemplar problems on this chapter exemplars to you in our Google Classroom. You can download that and solve on your own. Okay. Question number 3rd. The sides of a triangle are 56 centimeter, 60 centimeter and 52 centimeter long. Then find the area of the triangle. It is very simple, using scaling formula, area of a scaling triangle formula. Here 56, B is 60, C is 52 centimeter. Now find the semi perimeter. 56 plus 60 plus 52 is 168. 168 by 2 is 84 centimeter, and area of this equilateral triangle, this scaling triangle is, using Heron's formula, S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. So root under 84 into 24 into 28 into 32, and you know how to simplify, prime factorize. 84 can be written as 7 into 3 into 2 into 2, or you can say perfect square 4. 7 into 3 into 4 gives you 84, and 24 can be written as 4 into 3 into 2. 28 can be written as 7 into 4. 32 can be written as 16 into 2. So for a pair of 1 7s, 1 7 will come out. For a pair of 1 3s, 1 3 will come out. 4 is already a perfect square. This 4 is already a perfect square. So they will give its square roots 2 2, and here this pair of 2's will give 1 2. This perfect square 4 will give 1 2. This perfect square 16 will give 4. So 7 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 4. So totally the product is 1344 centimeter square, where C is the right answer. Okay children, I have already attached this exemplar problems chapter from the exemplar problems book. Okay, Heron's formula chapter, entire exemplar problems book 1 in your WhatsApp group also. Download that. If you have any doubt, fall back to me. I will once again attach to you in your WhatsApp group or in your personal numbers. Download it, solve each and every question. There are 4 exercises: 12.1, 12.2, 12.3, 12.4. 12.1 is about MCQs. There are 9 MCQs in which we solved only 3. Rest 6 you have to solve. 12.2 is about true or false, 12.3 is about short answer the type, and 12.4 is about long answer type. In each exercise there are 9 questions. Okay. This solving exemplar problems I will not discuss now. I will start new chapter called surface areas and volumes in our next session. Okay. So you have to solve on your own all those questions. as part of your work, exercise work, okay, which will help you in mastering over this content. Children, once we complete a whole syllabus of class 9th, while doing revision, that time I might discuss this example problems questions. Okay, so till then, take care of yourself. Jai Hind. Thank you.